All right, this is the left sideline, right glute max. I'm gonna walk Justin through this as if he's never been through it before. We're gonna go over the coaching points and kind of things that you might see go wrong. So first thing Justin's gonna do is set up in about a 90-90 position. He's gonna have his hips and knees both at about 90 degrees. He's gonna have his feet flat on the wall and his shoulders just in a direct line. So first thing I'm gonna ask Justin to do is to feel both feet flat on the wall. If anything, I want him to feel his left heel on the wall and his right big toe and medial arch on the wall. Okay. He's gonna give me a big exhale around his lower back. Now keeping your feet on the wall, I want you to shift your right knee and hip forward so your right knee is ahead of your left. Keeping that, I want you to raise your right knee high, and you should feel your right outside hip or right glute engage. Do you? Yep. So I'm gonna ask the client this, if they feel it, good. Now I just want you to hold this position. Take 4 or 5 deep breaths. Focus on the same breathing we were working on with the 90-90. Big, long exhale. Try to get like 5-second exhale. I want at least a 4 to 5 second pause after it. Inhale. And big exhale. Good. We're going to make sure we keep this position shifted where they're forward and raising the knee high. Now, certain things you might see where they kind of try to compensate or cheat. You might see this foot come out to the side and supinate, okay? So we really want to make sure this foot is staying flat. We're going to ask them to feel that whole foot there as they raise the knee high. It's also really important to get that right hip shifted forward before they're going to raise it high. So certain people, you'll see they'll set up and their right knee will actually be behind the left. We want to make sure they're shifting forward before they're shifting high. Some people will not get out of extension here, so we want to make sure they're nice and flat here, asking for a big full exhale. You'll also see some people who they will crunch down their right side like here, and they won't really get their glute to do the job of externally rotating and abducting. They'll kind of try to rely on their QL on their side. So if that happens, I'm just going to ask Justin to lower his left shoulder a little bit, perform like a oblique side crunch to the left and open up here. If you need to, you can actually have him raise his right arm overhead a little bit. Just right here, you keep it bent, but just right here, this opens up here and really allows him to get that good abduction from the glute and from the hip rather than just trying to side bend to the left. Another thing you'll see is some people will try to rotate their trunk to the left. If this happens, I'm just going to try to ask Justin to pull his, so you'll see this pattern quite a bit. It's not what we're going for. If that happens, I'm just going to ask Justin to kind of rotate his shoulders back. I might pull him into position a little bit, and I'm going to make sure he keeps his shoulders pretty stacked and level as he shifts that hip forward. So same thing as before, we're going to perform this activity for 4 to 5 breaths. We're going to do about 2 sets of it, and they should feel that right glute on the whole time.